in Florida. The first day of school is just about a month away. And Chanel, as we reported on Wednesday, the state's education commissioner has ordered all public schools in Florida to resume in-person classes.
Yes, and that has some parents and teachers in the hotspot state concerned. Joining us now is Fedrick Ingram. He's the president of the Florida Education Association, the state's largest teachers union. Fedrick, good morning to you.
Thank you, and good morning to you. Thank you for having me.
Let's dig in here. The state of Florida has seen a large increase over the past week with nearly 65,000 new cases. And I know on Monday this executive order came down and it requires schools to offer full-time in-person, essentially instruction at least 5 days a week. When this decision came down, what did you think and what was the reaction from teachers?
Sure. Well, listen, let me tell you, just frankly, it's irresponsible. It is putting our children and putting our teachers and educational support professionals in the middle of politics and this reopening of the economy. Because let me give you the backdrop. Yesterday, we had reported here in the state of Florida almost 10,000 new cases of COVID, 223,000 cases total, 48,000 deaths, and 3,800 total deaths here in the state of Florida. In the middle of that, the president makes a declaration that all schools must open in the fall. And then we have an executive order from our governor that says, you know what, we're going to go full speed ahead or hell or high water, and we're just going to open schools. That's irresponsible to not have a plan. This is not a slogan. The lives are in the balance. People are going to be hurt and people are going to be killed if we don't get this right.
So clearly you don't believe that schools in Florida are prepared to offer this right now. And then there's another aspect to this. You know, we see all of this controversy. There are a lot of teachers who don't even want to show up on the first day. You know, what are you hearing?
Well, listen, we have teachers that are over the age of 60. We have teachers that have underlying issues. Health issues, and frankly, we have healthy teachers who take care of an elderly parent or a sick child at home. And the federal government nor the state government has given us any confidence that we have that we can go into these schools. Listen, this is a state where in some places you can't go to the beach, you can't congregate in the gym, you can't eat in a restaurant. But now it's okay to put hundreds of kids in a contained area, or in some of our bigger schools in Jacksonville or Tampa or Orlando or Miami, thousands of kids in the same building without following the proper CDC guidelines. That's irresponsible. And we need to come together to have a bigger plan, to have a national plan, and how we're going to get these kids back to school. And let me just say this. No one wants to be in school more than teachers. The first grade teacher can't wait to get back to school. We miss our kids. I'm a high school band director. I want to see those kids out there doing their thing, but we have to do it in a responsible way. We have to do it so that parents have confidence that their kid is going to come home and be safe and not infect grandmother at home or aunt or perhaps a brother or sister who has juvenile diabetes or some other issues.
Fedrick, as we understand it, the order does leave room for state and local health officials to override it. It also allows districts to offer this sort of hybrid of in-person and online options, but the state needs to approve that. Does that make any difference at all?
Well, listen, what they've done is pass the buck to our superintendents and our school boards and our community members. And listen, thank God that we have some superintendents who are showing some level of courage, school board members who are working with local union officials and all of our stakeholders, because we had a declaration from one of our school districts that said, listen, if school started tomorrow, he would not open schools. And so we have people who are showing a high level of leadership, high level of courage, but that's what our public schools do. Our public schools don't lead with threats. Our public schools don't lead with, false innuendos that we're going to get this right. We have to be led by science, led by facts, and led by empathy, passion, and grace in this situation, because we're all hurting.
Last week, we interviewed on this broadcast, we interviewed the president of the American Academy of Pediatrics. And this group recommends all students return to school full time. What's your response to those who believe that keeping kids out of class does more harm than good?
Listen, we want our kids back in school. I'm going to reiterate that again. For the American Federation of Teachers, our national affiliate, we've been working and partnering with the NEA. All teachers want to be back in school, or at least 76% of teachers that we've surveyed said that they want to be back in school. And so I will tell you that we want to be back, but we want to do it safely. This is life or death. and doing these things outside of school, in our mental health services, our counselors, we're going to need those folks inside our school. It's going to cost money to educate these kids in our new normal. And so we're ready to go back, but we want to go back safely, and we want to make sure that we're not the petri dish for the nation here in Florida.
Speaking of going back, Fedrick, when it comes to wearing masks, obviously we've seen the viral videos of the confrontations over them, people, not wanting to wear them. How concerned are you that the teachers will then have to be the ones enforcing students wearing masks? And I say that knowing just yesterday I have two 7-year-olds and a 10-year-old, and for the first time I had them wear masks. We had to go out for a moment. They touch them, they take them off. I couldn't even keep them on for seconds. I mean, it's a real challenge, quite frankly.
Sure, the pandemic is going to be a real challenge. We need to start re-educating people. We have a president who is trying to legislate by tweet. We should be educating people on the proper use of masks and how they're helping our public at large, how they're helping in our communities, how they're helping in stores and restaurants. In stopping the spread of this virus. It's not the onus of the teacher to do all of the education. We have to do it at home. We have to do it in our communities. We have to do it in the State House, and we have to do it in the White House. And unfortunately, we're getting a very low level of leadership from our Secretary of Education, Betsy DeVos, who's been on television for the last 48 hours, not talking about those issues that matter, the CDC regulations and hand washing and social distancing and ensuring that we can bring our students back and have masks and the importance of that. Listen, it's going to be a re-education for all of us, not only for our 5-year-olds, but for our 50-year-olds. Everybody needs to be wearing a mask.